Hello conductors and welcome back to Railroads Online down here at Pine Valley Lumber Company. You can see our Porter locomotive over there with the 3 trailers that we go back and forth over to the logging camp to get logs. I brought down so many logs that we got too much lumber and too many beams. But I've been working hard enough to where I just barely bought the Eureka. That's what it's called. And yeah, I got to get the beams and lumber out of here. Been bringing it back, so let's go ahead while I'm talking. We'll start loading up some of these beams here, taking these back. So I got about 10 hours now into the game. I get to play for about maybe like a half hour to an hour at a time. Just as soon as I get where I get into a rhythm, maybe building up the track and, you know, learning a few things here and there. I gotta quit and then I don't play for like 3 days and, you know, try to get another hour in. But I've been building track. Things have been going well. The track that we got laid down here is functional. I'll just call it that. I have derailed now a few times. It's not too hard to re-rail your train and your carts and your locomotives. It's not that bad, really. You know, I got 3 of those apiece. Let's go ahead and we'll pull forward and we'll get some lumber while we're here. So I just barely got the Eureka maybe just a little while ago. And yeah, since I got a longer locomotive, it doesn't quite like the rails in some areas that the Porter does. So yeah, you got to rework your rails now, you know, here and there. But like a lot of you told me that are playing the game, that's something you kind of do is you tinker, you keep tinkering with your track as you go along. You know, first you try to get it better and better and better, and you do get it better and better and better. At least you hope you do. As for the Eureka, I was having some hard timing getting just to sit still. And I found if I put the compressor on, well, I got it on 98, but at 100%, that seems to do the trick. So if you're kind of new to the game or had problems with the Eureka, put your compressor on 100 and it finally will stay put. That one may not actually load into the car. I got the wrong one. One thing I have noticed, like if I go to load this in, it's not going to load in, right? Oh, we replaced the beams that were in there. Well, the heck with it now. Might as well load them on up. Didn't know it was going to do that. All right, so that's something new. So what I was going to say is, if you miss the cart, and this is lumber, right? Yeah. So and the lumber falls on the ground, it doesn't actually like go back into your stockpile. It takes it on out. Not that it's a big deal, honestly. At least right now, anyways. But yeah, here we are loading up lumber. We'll take these all up. We're taking up to what's it called? The freight depot, and to get paid. So if we look at our stats right now, at least my stats, I am now level 4. Woohoo! 5,120 XP, and I got a whopping $216. I spent $2,900 in some odd bucks there to get the Eureka. So now I'm trying to get enough so I can get more carts for the Eureka, because that can pull a lot more. But I'm learning how to drive the Eureka. Well, I mean, it's the same as driving the Porter. Just that I got to be a little more careful on the tracks that I got. So I got to tinker with the tracks a little bit more. Get my tracks off a little bit better. But now I'm building up some cash. Just like I said, buy more carts. And the next step I got to do, because I do need the lumber and beams, I think the next step, because I did see kind of the steps that you should be taking on Reddit, I think the next step is I got to go up to the iron ore mine. I don't have no tracks even going there. But apparently I got to bring, you know, lumber and beams over there. Is this a full cart? Yes, it is. That's a full cart. So we got 3 beams. They can only take 3 beams, but it can take 6 lumber. So, yeah, I got to stop going up to the logging camp to bring logs down. I am getting paid to bring the logs in, but then again, I'm just wasting logs because I'm not producing anything here at the lumber mill, because these were full. So let's go ahead and go back up to the freight depot in our Eureka. How are we doing here? I'm doing fine on wood, and the water is starting to go down. So yeah, let's get rolling here. Let's take the brakes off. We'll go a little bit, not too fast here, because the tracks, like I said, they're functional. They work pretty good with a Porter. I can almost go full bore with a Porter and 3 carts and not have an issue. With Eureka, yeah, I got to take it just a little bit slow in some areas. Like I said, like my tracks are functional. You got to work on them. I think the 10 hours I have played, I think 8 hours have been doing the tracks. So in episode 1, I kind of had the tracks on the ground. Now you can see I've done some groundwork. I got it off the ground. I'm more level in areas. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, the tracks are curvy here and there because this whole system I got right here, like I said, is functional, but is ideal? Not so much. I'm hoping we don't derail here anywhere. We shouldn't. I did a couple times. Let's put the regulator up. Let's put that up because I got to get up this hill. Let's put some sand on just in case. See if I can make this corner. Now I've made one trip already with the Eureka around this corner, and it did not like it at all. So let's make sure we slow down here. Let's put the brakes on. Might be too sharp of a corner for everything. Did I make it around the corner? Hey, I didn't derail. Yeah, I got a little bit of an S-turn there. Not ideal, as we know. Let's turn the sander off, and let's go ahead and put this on full bore. And there we go. Let's go make some money. Let me zoom out a little bit as well. So when I bought the Eureka, I had about 1,000, I'm going to say it's probably liters of water. I went to the water tower and it filled awfully slow. And I waited until I got about 1,200 and then I finally said the heck with it. By the way, to fill up the Eureka, this is a separate card now for your firewood and your water. Hope I don't fall off here because that'd be the worst thing. This is where your water intake is on the Eureka. So I was filling it up in there, and it was filling up slowly. I finally said, the heck with it, I want to get moving on the Eureka. I took off, and as I've been going, it filled up as I was making some runs and fixing the track along the way. So if you're filling up your locomotives, and it's not filling up fast, I would just say take off and just watch to see if it keeps filling on up, because mine did. But now we are using the water, right? It's going down. Yeah, it's going down. So now we're using the water. Let no one on the map know that we're coming. So yeah, I do put a password on my server so no one can come on. Maybe in the distant future, I'll tell you guys when I'll be on, possibly, if I'm still playing Brave Roads Online by then, and we can build more tracks and get some experts in here, maybe to do some track laying. Okay, so this corner here, I had to redo again because, like I said, the Eureka did not like the corner I was coming up on. So by laying the groundwork higher off the ground, definitely makes it look a lot better. And also, all the undulations and the track is nice and level. It has worked out rather good. And so I came around this corner, which surprised me, and it was actually my rail cars in the back that kind of came off. They never did on the Porter, so I'm not too sure why they're doing it here. I got to extend the track here. I mean, plenty of work to do for sure. It's always time, right? I'm always fighting time when I play games. When I am playing this game, I am having a blast doing it. It's kind of fun when you finally get it to work. But I would say at first drive the trains rather on the slow side until you know what your tracks can handle. I may want to pull forward just a little bit more. And as for in episode 1, I was trying to figure out why I kept coming decoupled once in a while, and that's because my trains were derailing a little bit. So I did figure that out. So my train's not going anywhere. Let me bring up my levels so you can kind of see what we get here. So for lumber, you can see we're getting paid here about $12 per set of lumber. And there's 6 pieces of lumber per rail car. Should be unloading here. The first time I built the tracks here, the lumber unloaded and I got paid for it, but the beams were falling down short and I wasn't getting paid for them, so I had to rebuild the tracks here as well. So $360. So I'm getting $24 per set of beams. So even though you only can carry 3 beams, I'm getting 24, which is double the lumber. So I get half the load, but I get double the money. So it all works out here. The one thing I will be building here, not in a while, but maybe in the near future, if I go to facilities, the engine shed. For those of you playing the game, let me know. Can I change the name of my locomotive in the engine shed, or change the colors? I have no idea what the engine shed's for. Not really a clue. I haven't looked too much into it. I've been just, still on the basics here. Alright, so let's go ahead and reverse. Let's not reverse too fast around this corner up here. We'll blow the whistle, let people know that we are leaving. And then when we go back, we'll park this on up. Yeah, my fuel is almost out, so I should almost have enough fuel to get back. And we'll let this conk out on me. And then we'll head up to the not lumberyard. That's right, I can't access the map when I'm in here. The logging camp. So I got a couple questions I need to ask up there for these playing the game, because I put down a firewood shed up there, and I do have... Let's go slow around this corner here, because I don't want to derail while I'm recording, because that would be like the worst thing ever. Alright. Yeah, we are all set now. We can book it on down here. So I do have a firewood camp over there, and I do have a cart up there where I've taken cordwood and put it into the fire. Firewood shed or firewood camp or whatever you want to call it. And it's not making firewood, so I don't know if I have to use more firewood before it actually start making it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. So definitely I do like getting the groundwork up higher and making it really nice and smooth. Some areas I do have like 1% grade, maybe even 2% grade when I go to the logging camp. But we'll see that when we take the porter on over. Yeah, I think by the time I got done recording episode 1, I had about maybe 3 or 4 hours in, and yeah, basically I just deleted all the track, laid all this groundwork down, relayed the track, and then been using the porter, going back and forth, making some money, and finally got the Eureka here. And like I said, I've only been using this now. That's only my second trip over to the freight yard. My first trip, not so great. I was derailing. I derailed like 3 times on some corners, so I had to redo some of the tracks, get it all worked out. I won't be a bit surprised if I derail here. I definitely got to work on this section right here. You can see the S-turn coming up. I call it the S-turn. Hopefully it doesn't derail, because I do need the speed to get up this hill. Don't derail. When I get to the top here, I gotta go ahead and slow down quite a bit. So when I start going downhill here, I'm gonna put the brakes on. So this whole system right here, yeah, I did that good. I should have no problem now. Now this here, some of you are probably looking at it, and if you're a train expert, you're looking like, what did he do there? Yeah, don't look at it. It's fine. Like I said, it's functional. That's where I got it to right now. All right, we are good. Let's go ahead and get this train in position so I can load up some more. So I'm hoping to have 6 carts on here in the near future, so I can take 3 loads of lumber and then 3 loads of beams. And then I am all set to go here. Let's go ahead and slam on the brakes. Actually, let's do that. Alright, put that there. Alright, so regulator at 0. That's good enough. Alright, we're going to let that burn on out. Is there any fuel left in it? Did I get here? I got a little bit of fuel left into it, but it's fine. Got plenty of firewood ready to go. 88 lumber, so yep, I can go ahead and get some more logs here. And 94 beams, so yep, let's go ahead and get some logs so you can kind of see what I've been working on. That rail over to the logging camp. Now the porter's still got some steam coming out of it, so she's still burning wonderfully. Let's hop into here. Well, I got boiler pressure, but I do not have anything for a fire going in here. So let's go ahead and... Alright, that's good enough. Do I have any more firewood? Nope, we're all set. Alright, can I click on the locomotive? There we go. Let's see here. Fire temperature is going up. I gotta wait for the water temperature to kind of rise up, or else we're not going to go anywhere. So we'll give that a moment to build on up, and we're heading over to logging camp. We'll get a whole bunch of logs and bring them on down here, so Pine Valley Lumber can go ahead and make me some more logs, not logs, I keep saying logs, lumber and beams. Well, our water temperature is about to hit the boiling point, so let's go ahead and we'll put this on forward, regulator, and take off the brake, and let's let people know that we are leaving the area. Now the porter, watch it prove me wrong, I can just leave everything going here. And we are good to go. So now I'm a little bit more raised here than before. I think last time I actually went over that little hill right there. Now we got more of a straight line, a little bit downhill here. I think this is a 1 or 2% grade that we got going down. I need to get my saw out and cut down some of these trees that were kind of clipping through as well. I find it good just to have the 3 carts on the Porter 1, the original Betsy that you get. At least with the way the tracks I got going here. I might be able to do 4, but I guess if I got it flattened up, I could probably do 6, from what I heard and been told. But I prefer 3 because I don't have any problems with the 3 cars currently. But obviously, the more cars you have, the more money you make per trip. So yeah, we're going around a corner of a mountain here. And we're just about at the logging camp. I definitely got to make sure I get a full head of steam going up this hill here. Let's turn the regulator off. I think we're good. Yep, we got it up here. And so you can see the fire depot I got right over there. We'll get to that in a second here. Let's go ahead and throw the brakes on. Alright, so while we're here, do I need firewood? Not really. So let's go ahead and we'll start loading these on up. So I have this cart over here to get the cordwood from the logging camp over to where it says wood at the fire depot. You can see I'm at 32 of 32, and I've taken a whole stack of firewood here. It says 0 of 100. I see the green bar going across, and I'm expecting to get firewood somewhere, and I don't. This has been at 95 forever, and that's been at 0 forever. So I'm not really sure how long it takes before I start getting new firewood. But while we're over here, let's go ahead and grab some firewood for the porter. Doesn't hurt to have it. So the reason why I built the fire depot up here is because you need cordwood to put into the fire depot. And you do get paid for dumping it off there, and, well, really, we're right there. Don't have to even do anything. Need to come in here and toss that in there like that. And the logging camp is always keeping up with what we got here. And what I do sometimes when those are loading up, because they take this a second or two, I come over here and grab firewood. Now, probably in the distant future, the best thing to do is build another firewood depot down at the freight depot. Because not all trains will be coming up here, obviously. Let me go ahead and get these loaded on up with some logs, and we'll bring them on down to Pine Valley Lumber. We'll drop them off and get paid, but this is actually pretty good. I'm almost back up to $430 some odd dollars. And I think, let's see, what carts do I want to get? How much are those carts here? Those are for logs, lumber. So these are the carts I need. I'd like to get 3 more, so $750 worth of carts is what I'm looking for. So I need 750 bucks. Which is not that much, really. I make some more trips with the Eureka back and forth because we got lots of lumber and beams to bring on over. And I'll get paid rather well. Now, for those of you not playing the game, It's like, well, why don't you just hire an AI driver or something? There are no AI workers at all, except for, I mean, I guess there's AI workers cutting ourselves some logs here. And I have not been up to the mine sites at all yet. I've only been to the places that you've seen. So I'm pretty sure there's probably AI workers in the buildings that will fill up iron ore and whatnot. All right, I need to back up here so I can load up the other carts. Or the other cart, I should say. All right, put everything near 0 here. That's good enough for good old Betsy. Sometimes if you get the cart just right, if you get it like halfway in between, you can load them up with both. I don't think this one's going to teleport over. It may. Oh, it should. Oh, no, it didn't. All right, so I wasn't far enough forward. But you get the idea. If I had the cart a little bit more further forward, I could load them up with both. Let's see if he'll get over this time. Nope. All right, so we'll just load it on up with this one here. So what other things can I build for facilities? A water tower I may put down at the lumber mill. And the sand house, I don't really, I'm pretty sure that will come in handy at some point. Sand is, I think it's supposed to be good for traction if your wheels are slipping on the rails. I don't know if it's actually working or not. I've tried it a couple times to get some better grip, so I'm not too sure if it's actually working or not as of yet. Just remember, this game is in early access. Alright, so one more log and we'll beat feet out of here. But I think once I get 3 more carts, $750 worth of carts, and start bringing some more beams and lumber over to the freight yard, I will start probably going up to the mine. Break off. Nope, reverser. We got to reverse, and then like this. And I got to take a little bit slow going downhill. I haven't derailed yet. I've been taking kind of easy going down this hill. I think this is actually a 4% grade down here, down to around the corner. I don't want to derail as I'm recording, because that's what's going to happen. So what I do is I kind of back off on a few things. Should be good the way I got it set here. It shouldn't derail, but this is the time that it will. Alright, let's take the brake off now, and full reverser, give me full regulator. And we are good to go all the way to the sawmill. Except when I peak that hill, I got to kind of slow down. That whole junction around the lumber mill / sawmill, yeah, it needs to be tinkered with a lot more. I'm just putting that disclaimer out there, like I keep saying. My laying tracks that we're using now are just functional. Not ideal, but they work well enough to get the job done right now. Like what a lot of people have played a lot of hours tell me, it's like, yeah, you lay the track down, you get it to where it works for you, and you'll be tinkering with it for quite a while. And the more hours you play, obviously, the better you get at track laying, so on and so forth. I haven't even got to the bridge part yet, where we got to put bridges in. So that'll be kind of interesting. Firewood, we're doing fine. Water level, I'm about at half. And I have not filled it since day 1, so I think we are good to go. Oh, I didn't. Uh-oh, I may derail here. I wasn't paying attention. Nope, none of the cars derailed there. Sometimes going down that hill backwards with a full load, it gets a little speedy, and the carts don't like it, but I did tinker with it a little bit. So maybe I fixed it well enough, but I got too busy talking to you guys and wasn't paying attention. Let's bring her on in. Regulator off. We'll put that at 0 and brakes. And we are good to go, right? Yeah. So I'll probably let that burn off because I'm done bringing logs down. I really got to clear out those before I bring more logs down. So I'll bring up my my profile, as you can see. Should make $10 a piece, right? I think it's $10 a piece per log. Yep, $10 a piece per log. I really don't know what they have plans for, like the levels and such. Maybe you won't be able to buy certain things until you get to certain levels. I'm not too sure. But that brings me up to 612 buckaroos, which is not too bad. So one good trip with the Eureka, and I go up and I just sell all that stuff that we can sell. And while I'm up there, I should be able to buy 3 more carts, and that way I can double my profits and empty out all this beams and lumber, and then I can start saving up some cash. We don't need money to build the railroads or do the grading on the ground at all. Right now that's free. I don't know if it'll stay free. Have no idea what they have plans for the game. I'm not following it that much. But where you can see the iron ore mine, that's where I got to go next. And you can see looks like there's a good part of mountains down there. So I'm not sure how the tracks are going to go yet. Not too sure. I got to look at that just a little bit to see where I go from the iron ore. I don't know where I got to bring the iron ore to next. I would assume smelter maybe, or iron works. I'm not too sure. I did see a Reddit page somewhere of what the order is that you need to do things in, so I'll have to check that on out. As for an episode every week of Railroads Online, I'm not too sure if I'll be doing that. Like I said, it's just getting the time in and laying down the tracks. It may take me a while, so we'll have to see. But I mean, we'll have an episode here or there, so keep an eye out for it in our weekly schedule. But yeah, making slow progress here. I am enjoying the game quite a bit. Just remember, like I said, this game's in early access. There's been like I think I'm getting like 2 updates a week since I got the game myself, and they're improving on the game as we go. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Railroads Online. But until then, have a good one.